How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 15 of our West Ham United career mode. And as you can see, it's the January transfer window. We got some big moves to work on here. We have about 19 million to work with, and I decided let's go live. We're doing it. We're bringing it in. Want to see how you guys react to it. You want to see how I react to it. All the moves we're going to be making, you're going to get the first view of them as we try and upgrade the squad. We don't have a ton of money to work with. We're not the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, but we're going to do what we can with that money. So really excited to get underway. We got a ton of matches in January, so we're just going to try and book through it as we can while making as many moves as we can, upgrade the team as as well as possible. So first things first, let's get into it. We got to take a look at guys that we don't want anymore, and also who's on our short list. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so first things first, this is a look at the expiring contracts you have. You can see Collins and Joey O'Brien are really the only guys that can be signed on pre-contracts. Everyone else under the age of 23. Let's lock up Reece Oxford here and make sure he's on a good deal, and he only wants £5,000, so let's do that real quickly here. 5-year deal. We'll keep him the same goal, sporadic. First team, so we want to lock him up. Everyone else, we're not worried about them leaving. If we lose any of those guys on pre, we're going to be okay. Alright, so now we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at the players that we're looking to ship out of the club at this moment in time. You can see we have James Collins, center back, Yelovich, striker, Amalfitano, right midfielder, O'Brien, fullback, Darren Randolph, goalkeeper. Now, a couple of guys you might wonder. Collins, obviously, we have plenty of center backs at this moment in time. We have 3 really good ones. We have Oxford coming up. So not really a need for him. If we can get a little bit of money out of him before he leaves, then we'll do that. Yelovich, never fit into the team. Might as well get the money with him as we can. He was a buy that I didn't really want. One that, we took on the chin. We'll see if we can ship him out. Same with Amalfitano. He was decent last year. He's done nothing for us this year. He just has no pace, no jump in his legs. So if we can ship him out, that'll be great because he does still have some market value. O'Brien, we'll let him leave. Same thing. He's good fullback cover, but I have a lot of fullbacks on the short list that we'd like to improve from him, so I think we give him. And lastly, Randolph. You'd wonder why I'd want to sell my backup goalkeeper who's, decent, not on a big wage. He's a twat. Look at him. He thinks unhappy management is poor. If you think that's bad, we'll see you later. So we have them all on the transfer list. For loan, we have Elliott, Lee, and Chambers. They're only on 6-month remaining deals. And then Burke, Hendry, Cullen, and Noel. Just a bunch of youngsters. We'll let them leave on loan if they want to. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the shortlist. I've had a lot of players recommend me. I had a huge recommendation come in the last episode. So plenty of new players on the shortlist from that. We're actually scouting them. Guys that I might even just take a inquiry on, see what they want for them, maybe even bring them right in, because I have heard that they're very quality players. So especially if we're getting rid of Randolph, we have some players that could fill in. But as of right now, we got Dragowski, the goalkeeper, Iorfa, right back, who I really want. Plus he's huge. I think he could work as a center back as well. Vanderveel, potentially on a pre-contract. With Jenkinson going back to Arsenal on loan, we're going to need a right back. Dijkmeyer, if we had someone we wanted to buy. Same with Fabinho, but obviously we'll have to spend a lot of money on him in this transfer window. And if we can get somebody for free, use that money elsewhere, it might be better off that way. Also, El Sharani was recommended to me. He's being scouted. Same with Nelson Semedo, who comes in very highly recommended. I've heard from both FIFA and Football Manager players that he's very solid. So might look to bring him in, and then Iorfa as a right back, center back combo, especially if we get rid of Collins. Dragovic, we could sign on a pre-contract, so another decent player at center back, but we don't necessarily need him. Reedawall, another player recommended to me, solid center back. Robertson for left back cover, because our only real backup left back is Ogbonna if we shift him over there, and Hendry, who's not great. Then we're looking at wingers. I definitely want to bring in a winger. That's honestly the first thing I'm looking at. Joel Campbell, Alessandrini, Andre Correa, who could sign on a pre-contract, which would be phenomenal, because the other winger I'm looking at right now, we'll get down to him in a sec, right there, Kevin Morales. That's the man I want to bring into the club. He's been linked with West Ham in real life tons of times. I've seen him play numerous times because, of course, facing off against Everton, we see him all the time, and he is just phenomenal. Look at his stats. He's got great pace out on the wings. Dribbling is very good. His finishing is very good from a wide midfield standpoint, especially with us running a one-striker option. It forces, it allows us to have more scoring options than just whoever the striker is, and Payet, who's really been our top goal scorer. So he is the first guy I'm looking to bring in. Asamoah from Juventus, possibly a little bit lower value. a little bit older, but his wages will be a little bit higher. Grealish, youngster, maybe. Fabian Johnson, American, if we want to get a little American flair. Carlos Mane looks very good from Sporting. Got a lot of pace. I think he'll be in demand, so that's another player. Ceballos from Real Betis comes in, highly recommended to me. He's also in the last 6 months of his contract, so if we can get him on the cheap, that'd be phenomenal. Another recommendation, Gold, Isaiah Brown, and Mbolo at striker, because let's face it, a lot of our strikers have not impressed, and if we can get in a young, high-potential player to maybe take over the reins from them, that would be phenomenal. Alright, so that's where the shortlist stands, where everything's looking. I think we're just going to have to get right to maybe the Norwich game, see if we get any offers in, drop up a little bit of funds and interest before we can see what's going on. We might put in a little bit of increase as well on a few of the players. So we do get a transfer offer from Adrian Borussia Dortmund, so wouldn't really be a step too high because they are only in the Europa League this year, but it is a better team. He would be the backup though, so we don't know if he necessarily wants to go there. I think it's a club we won't just straight up reject. If it was anyone else, I think we would. But as it's a team that, you know, he might have some interest in, we'll give him a pretty high counter offer. If they want it, go ahead. If not, I'll be more than happy to keep him. Another offer for Adrian. This one is from Everton. We're going to straight up reject that. Not going to a Premier League team. Get out of here. He doesn't want to go up north. Why would he want to leave London? It's beautiful country down here. Alright, so we will have this matchup against Norwich. You can see we've pretty much rotated the whole side for the most part. Carroll comes in, Zarate, Valencia. We're putting a lot of attacking players out there. Just give everybody some rest and some chances in the lineup. But we do still have the big guns, Payet, Lanzini, players like that on the bench should we need them. Alright, huge game. West Ham United, Norwich City, FA Cup. I mean, it's a trophy you always want to win. West Ham haven't won since 1980. We want to bring it back to East London. Bobby Moore would love to see us win that FA Cup trophy. Come on, you Irons. Alright, so here's the lineup. Obviously, Randolph in goal. You can see Oxford and Tompkins in defense. Another chance for Reece Oxford to impress. And some guys, Carroll, Valencia, they need to show me that they belong in the team, no question about it. Let's take a look at what Norwich are working with if they gave us a full strength side or rotated like we did. Mbakani up top, good player. Robbie Brady out on the wing. Houlihan, Redmond, some very, very good players in there still. Malumbu, I mean, it's most of their starters to be fair, so guys we're definitely going to have to watch out for. The ball well. Is that Zarate? Zarate, Carroll, oh, he's turned him. Andy, stay with it. Oh my God, he's missed. He's horrible. How does he? It's a wide open header. Misses the first chance. Pitiful. Oh, it's a penalty, surely. Oh my, it's lovely ball movement, I'll tell you what. After the missed chance, we came right back from it and just absolutely dominated them. Lovely passing play. Valencia goes to have a shot. It's a really weak penalty, I have to say. I mean, it's pretty weak. I'll take it every day of the week, no question about it. Noble's going to put it away. Of course he does. Best penalty taker in the league. Marky Nobes. Beautiful. 1-0. Come on, you Irons. Oh, my God. Deflection. Thankfully, Randolph covers it up. Cresswell. Valencia, stay with it. Lay it out to the top of the box. Zarate. Oh, it's a foul, surely. Oh, this is a good spot for a free kick, too. Zarate, the man for the job. Into the wall. Oh, he scored! Come on, Morrow. Oh, it's our first free kick we scored all season. He's trying to keep himself in the team. Lovely finish. What a strike up and down over the wall into the top corner. Mauro Zarate is looking phenomenal in this matchup so far. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, they love it. That's beautiful. That's the episode image right there, I'll tell you what. Take a look at him. He just steps up. Cool, calm, collected. Bing, over the wall, into the top corner. Lovely finish. One more time. Whew. Beautiful. Whew. Great save, Randolph. Well, Carroll. Oh, really good chance for Andy, but he just hasn't found his shooting boots all season. Lovely ball from Zarate. Great switch. Valencia's brought down. He's got Carroll. Flicked. Oh, I mean, it's Route 1 kind of direct football at its finest. But that is a great goal. Zarate with an unbelievable switch out wide to Valencia. Look at him take it down. One touch inside. Bing, Andy Carroll. Little flick on with his noggin. Sir Andrew Lorda Carroll. 3-0. Good night, Norwich. Randolph, save. Oh, it's cleared off the line. Was that Obiang? And Randolph cleared the line. Get it out. Oh, my goodness. What a mess that was. Obiang clears one off the line with his head. Look at this. And then off the crossbar and over the top. Unbelievable. Got out there, the youngster on. We brought him on for his first appearance for the club. See if he can get on the ball here. Make something happen. There he is. Lay it off. Pedro. Hit it. Oh, deflected. No. Nearly a goal there. And there it is. Tompkins with the fourth. I told you it was coming. 4-0. Cockney boys, let's go. Great ball-in from Noble. You're going to watch it here. Beautiful. Tompkins, simple header. Ruddy can't claim. Oh, he missed it. You'd have thought they'd have scored. They score every rebound on Legendary. But whew, over the bar. Randolph's got to get that out of danger, though. Where's hiding? I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the air. Full-time whistle. 4-0 victory. Domination all the way around, and we're moving on in the FA Cup. Great performance all around from the boys. Alright, so we'll take a look at the match facts. You can see Norwich did dominate possession, but that was owing to the fact that once we got the 2-0 lead really early on, we didn't feel the need to press, and we decided to sit back on the counter-attack, take our chances. It led to 4-0. As far as the player ratings for me, man of the match had to beat Mauro Zarate. I thought he was phenomenal. Of course, created a lot of chances and scored a lovely free kick. 2 points in my man of the match voting went to Pedro Obiang, who I thought was fantastic. I thought our central midfield in general was really, really good. Broke up a ton of chances. Even though we didn't dominate possession, they dominated a ton of takeaways from times. I thought a lot of our wide players, especially our fullbacks, gave away the ball really poorly in bad opportunity spaces, and I thought they covered for him really well. And 1 point then went to James Tompkins, played like a rock at the back, and scored a lovely goal. Alright, so a bit of training out there, and Masana, again, we're just going to train them throughout the month. Then once we get some new players, then we'll decide if we want to, we'll vary the training up. So we have 5 new players, younger players, getting in on the action. But let's see what we get here. Would love to see them go up a few overall. Aldair looked very good, I thought, in his first appearance. Decent, good positioning, I'll say, about him. So not bad. Some D's and C's. That'll go up a little bit. Alright, we got a press conference. Reece Oxford declined his contract. He wants a greater squad role. I think that's fair. We'll give him squad rotation player. We'll go in and reevaluate his deal. Where's he at? Reece. Okay, so we'll look at Reece. He still wants 3 years. He wants $5 grand a week. That's fine. That's pennies for us. We'll give him 4-year deal as much as we can, and we'll give him squad rotation. Hopefully that'll be okay with him. Alright, so no deals as of yet. We haven't had any offers. We're going to try and manufacture a deal. You saw I left Collins out of the last match. We're going to see if we can send him to Wolves and bring in Dominic Iorfa. I think he'll be fantastic for us. I think we'll go Collins first just because he has more value than O'Brien. But, it remains to be seen which one we'll decide to get rid of. So let's go Collins. He's honestly worth more. We could go Collins. Let's go 200 just to sweeten the deal just a little bit. Not a ton of cash. I think the player value is more than enough. Oh, let's see. Transfer offer. Winston Reed. Not a player I was looking to sell. Palermo comes in at $6.5 million. It's over his valuation, but he's one of our starting center backs. And honestly, I think he's been our best center back all season. They're going to have to pay a big fee if they want to take him away from us. I'm thinking 15 mil. No question about it, because he's 79. He still has room to improve. Oh, Dortmund said the max, they only want to pay $7 million for Adrian. I think we're just going to reject that. There's no way that's enough in return that we can replace him adequately in this transfer window. No way. Okay, so Wolves said that they are interested in Collins, but we need to increase the cash sum to a little over $1 million for them to let him go. And we can see Oxford has accepted his contract offer, so that's fantastic. We've got him locked up for a ton of time. Let's go. All right, so we'll take a look at the Orford deal. I'm thinking we'll go to 600. Yeah, I think 600 isn't too bad with Collins. That should be a deal that they would be able to go for. All right, so we've got the matchup against Liverpool. Before we do hear back about any of those possible transfers, you can see the whole first team's come back, and we have brought in Tompkins for Jenkinson at right back, who didn't impress, and Tompkins had a fantastic performance. Let's see if we can come away with the 3 points. Come on, you Irons. All right, so we obviously beat Liverpool 2-0 away from home early on in the season. We're looking to prevent them from returning the favor here on our home ground. They're not doing particularly well this season, so I think we should be able to hopefully come away with a victory. Take a look at the league table. You can see, wow, they have climbed. They were really struggling early on. They're up into fourth, just a point behind us, so this could jettison them above us in the table should we fail to win today. Best home record in the Premier League. Take a look at that. 6 wins, 3 draws, no loss. We have yet to lose on our home ground this year. Phenomenal performance. All right, so let's take a look at the teams. Obviously for us, Adrian in goal, Tompkins, Ogbon, Reed, Cresswell, Kiate with Song in midfield, coming in for our captain Noble, Lanzini, Moses, Payet, Sacco leading the line. Plenty of options off the bench as well in terms of attackers. For Liverpool, they've got Bogdan in goal instead of Mignolet. 5 at the back. Henderson, Milner, Firmino through the middle. Origi and Sturridge up top. Very interesting lineup choice. Coutinho and Benteke on the bench. Curls it in. Nodded down. Song. Oh, he's got to finish that. Great chance for Alex. No. Poor header. Oh, Jesus. That is a screamer. It all comes from a poor defensive header, but what a goal from Henderson. I can't believe he scored that. Just takes it down and absolutely bangs it. Wow, what a finish. Who's hurt? I give Tompkins a start at right back, and he's down like that already. Thank goodness I have Jenkinson on the bench to come in. He scored another one. Are you kidding me? Just off a turnover, Henderson bangs one again. Martin Tyler's going to start yelling, Henderson! That's just ridiculous. Look at the absolute mess here. Jenkinson gives the ball away. Just brought him on as a substitute. There's no way we're keeping him at right back for next year. As much as I love the guy as a person, he's just been horrid for us this season. And Zine stayed with it, and he strikes it right in his hands, of course. 29 yards. Oh my God, that's not even fair. Come on. Great shot from Payet, just doesn't go in. Lanzini's found a way to get the ball in the back of the net. He's deserved it. I'll tell you what, he played really well. Come on, come back, let's go. Great ball in from Payet. It's another assist for him, and somehow Lanzini gets ahead on it. He just weasels his way in there for a free header. Gets through a bunch of bodies in traffic. Beautiful finish. Come on. Kiate, what a chance. What a strike it was. So close. Oh, goal. Carroll, Payet, somebody. Oh, and that's going to do it. Benteke with just a stunning header. Adrian, he's caught out a little bit. I don't know what he's doing so far away from goal. And that's it's just top corner pinpoint. And it's all over. It looks like our first home defeat is finally coming. And so that's a full-time whistle. Disappointing 3-1 defeat. I don't think it necessarily did us justice, but not our most convincing performance. A lot of guys look lackluster out here, and it's really, raised some questions of areas that we definitely need to improve. And I think Winger was the most noticeable aspect. I thought Lanzini was phenomenal. He's not an out-and-out natural winger, but he was great. Moses, on the other hand, very, very just shocking. And you take a look at the match stats. I mean, Liverpool pulled this victory out of nowhere. We dominated shots on target. Bogdan was phenomenal for him. They did handle possession. I said we were going to have to hit them on the counterattack, but look at that. I mean, you can't win when the other team's going to score 3 goals from 4 shots on target. Henderson just had an absolute couple of bangers, couple of worldies that went in. So disappointing to lose, but not necessarily disheartened by the performance. For me, man of the match, I thought had to be Lanzini. He's going to get 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points. I think 2 have to go to Dimitri Payet, who I thought was very, very good. Moses, I didn't think played very well in spite of the rating he got. I think 1 point's going to have to go to Aaron Cresswell, who I thought played very, very well. Negative points, if I could give him, would go to Jenkinson and possibly Moses, but especially Jenkinson. He was awful. Just turn the ball over, Ugh. Alright, so some news here. Palermo don't want to pay the 15 mil we set for Winston Reed, which is good for us. I don't want to get rid of him. And Tompkins hyperextended his knee. Will be out for 4 weeks. That is a big pain because, honestly, I was going to play him at right back ahead of Jenkinson. I thought he looked solid before Jenkinson had to come in. Now we'll definitely be looking in the transfer market for right backs, but Jenkinson will be back in the lineup for now. Alright, so if we take a look at the calendar, you can see we don't have a match for about a week and a half. We're going to get all the way up to that Newcastle match, and then, we'll see where we're at transfer-wise at that point. But I want to get some dealings done. I think I've definitely talked about what move I want to make, and you're going to see it in just a second. Alright, so Kevin Morales is the man we're going to go in for. They say he's worth between 12.1 13.9. We'll start the bidding a little bit lower. He's not a hugely, high-rated player. He's very, very good overall, though I think he's definitely an improvement. And, I mean, he's got a couple of years definitely left in his legs, so we're going to go 10.5. Feel on Everton. If they go for this, phenomenal. If not, we'll see where we have to make moves right now, but we're going to go in for Kevin Morales. Let's see, we're still waiting to hear back. Ooh! Transfer offer for Reed. Let's deal with that first. Sunderland, no chance is he going to Sam Allardyce. No way, buddy. But Everton have accepted the 10.5 for Morales. I thought that was just an opening offer. You can see what the chief executive said. It was going to be upwards of 12, 13 million. 10.5. That is a bargain buy in my opinion. And they've taken the deal 600 grand and James Collins to go to Wolves for Dominic Iorfa. We're going to go in for both these boys. Okay, so he wants 8,000. We'll give him 5 years. And let's go sporadic first team player. He's not going to get into the team a ton, but he is stepping up from the championship. So hopefully he'll go with that. And Morales is looking at 80 grand. I think we'll give him a 3-year deal. And see if we can get him with no squad role. We'll give him crucial. I mean, he's going to be in the first team, no question about it. We'll give him crucial. Big news. As you can see, Kevin Morales has accepted his contract offer. It's huge news for us. Means we're going to have a brand new left winger coming in, starting in the next matchup. We've got Newcastle coming up soon, and I think he has to get into the team straight away. He's a Barclays Premier League quality player. He's a phenomenal player, and I think he's going to do wonders for us out on that left flank. So Kevin Morales, welcome to West Ham United. Come on, son. And also, Dominic Iorfa has accepted his contract offer as well. It means we will be saying goodbye to the Ginger Pele, unfortunately. James Collins, thank you so much for your service. You meant a ton to the club, but unfortunately, we're going to have to ship you off to Wolves to bring in the youngster Iorfa. Thank you so much for your service, but we're more than excited about Dominic coming in and joining the team. Welcome, son. So there we go, couple of new signings. Iorfa's in. You see he's got a ton of pace. His tackling's decent, of course, high medium work rates, so be interesting for a center back, but I've been recommended to try him out there as well. Plus, he offers good right back cover. And then, of course, Kevin Morales. I mean, he's phenomenal pace, unbelievable technique, very, very good on the ball. Can play on both sides, and he's got that high work rate, which is fantastic. Ooh, transfer offers coming in thick and fast here. Lanzini, Adrian, and Zarate. Lanzini, Crystal Palace, absolutely not. No chance we're selling him. He's in phenomenal form. Adrian, Queen's Park Rangers. Yeah, he's going to go down the championship. They're having a laugh. This is just ridiculous. And then finally, Leo wants Zarate. If they take 8, I would take 8 million for him. He's not exactly a player that features into our plans entirely. He's looked good in recent form, but that might be a great reason to cash in on because he's not breaking into the starting lineup anytime soon. In spite of Sacco and Carroll's real, tepid form, they haven't been great, but he still just doesn't have those qualities to be a top-flight Premier League striker week in, week out. He offers a lot off the bench. So if we can get 8 million for him, I'll be more than happy to take it. Ooh, offer for Yelovich. This is phenomenal. We've got an offer for Nikica Yelovich. 1.7 from West Brom. I'm tempted to just take it as it is, but if I can counter offer them to 2 for his value, would be great. I don't want to just mess around with them. We'll try the counter offer to 2. I don't think that's going to scare him away. Give it a shot. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Let's take a look at the league table before we go here. You can see we're currently sitting in 5th place, joint 4th actually with Manchester United, but their goal differential is that much better than ours. Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, and United sitting in the top 4. City have climbed up to 6th, Chelsea into 7th. So it's highly competitive. We're trying to break up that big 6 that's really been there. Norwich, who you saw, was in 3rd, I think, until Christmas. They've dropped into 10th, so they're in free fall, but it is a very tight table right now. Southampton, Watford, and West Brom in the relegation places, but Stoke City even in 13th, Leicester in 12th aren't out of sight of relegation fodder, being drawn into that fight. So it's been a great season so far. Let me know what you think of the transfers, who you think from that shortlist we should try and bring in moving forward as we'll get into the next episode. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, everything like that. You always know. Really appreciate it. Bang on the likes for this video if you want to see the next one in the transfer window. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.